Hello, I am IceBeast, and apparently, welcome back to Kerbal Speaker. Apparently, we got a flight available. It appears that maybe my flight did not properly record my last one to space, but we know this one doesn't quite make it. Or maybe I reverted it. Is that what I did? Oh yeah, I reverted, but I couldn't revert to. I can only revert to launch. Alright, so we're going to fly this bad boy. I don't think in its current setup this guy can make it to orbit, but that's okay. We're going to try it anyway. Actually, what I can do is I can... Let's go to the Space Center. I think this is just going to be better. Rather than being foolish here, I'm just going to recover this. We should get a lot of our funds back. We get our dude back. And we're going to adjust the flight just a little bit. Oh, come on. You don't have my aircraft here? That sucks, but okay, whatever. This is for space planes, by the way, in case you were wondering what that was. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add more basic fuel this time. So what I'm going to do, so this is the basic fuel tank. And we're just going to add 3 things of fuel, I think. Now we're gonna get the swivel engine, which has a little less thrust. Yeah, it has a little less thrust, but it can vector, which allows it to aid and control a lot. So we're gonna get that. Then we're going to get a new stage. Like this, beautiful. We're gonna put on a solid fuel booster down here. Now this is going to be significantly heavier than our old one, I think, because of the extra fuel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, instead of having 3 guys that were here last time, we're going to have 4 dudes to launch this guy to space. Okay, that should be good. Yeah, okay, good. Do we have any aerodynamic nose cones? We do. Let's, I don't think it's worth the cost that those are asking for, so that's fine. And then finally, we are going to... We don't have any control capabilities, but I do want to put this bad boy on here. I want to put the Communitron. We only need 1 of these. Throw down a Communitron. And sure, let's throw down a 1 unit of experimental goo as well. Sure. All right, so... You're the last one, but I don't want you 2 to deploy at the same time. That's fine. We have the engine, this stage, this engine, this stage, these engines. All right, we're ready to go, guys. We're gonna call this 2 orbit V2. I could have probably gotten the old design back just from the save designs, but that's okay. So in case everyone's, again, we have liquid fuel for our liquid engine. Then we have a solid fuel stage and then a bigger solid fuel stage. So hopefully the first solid fuel stage gets us way up in the atmosphere where gravity is weaker. Then we get to use the second, and there's less atmosphere to push through. Then we use the second solid fuel stage to really push out of the atmosphere. We are listing just a little bit. That's fine though. So yeah, we use the second solid fuel stage to get out, to really get out of the atmosphere. And then we use the liquid fuel stage to, really put ourselves into orbit. That's the goal. I don't like this tilt, but it's okay. I think we'll be fine. If not, I'll revert to launch. Okay, good. So now we're stabilizing a little bit in our takeoff. So that's good. Something happened. Again, that happens every time. We don't really know what that sound means. I haven't figured it out yet. So the only downside with our launch is it put us in a slightly eccentric orbit. I'm going to try to reduce the eccentricity of this orbit when I make my turn. So we're going to throttle just a little bit, and then we're going to throttle all the way down. All the way down. All right, cool. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn straight to the 90-degree horizon. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Beautiful. No, 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 no. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's a little bit tricky, but that's okay. What's this, by the way? I don't know what that is, but that's okay. Might be the further moon. We have 2 moons on this planet. All right, lock it in, lock it in. We don't have any RCS, so we'll just leave the RCS off. Cool. Now we're gonna look at our map. Our apoapsis is a little bit too low probably for this. So what I'm gonna do is tilt ourselves just a little bit above the horizon. This should give us a little bit better. And then we're gonna fire our engine in the relatively near future here. It's hard to tell because I can't put a thing here, so I don't know what my ETA to my apoapsis is. But I'm probably gonna fire right around 7,000, 73, 74. We're gonna just do it. Let's just do it full speed. Okay, so we're firing our engine. Our apoapsis is gaining height. We don't want it to be much higher than about 100,000. So, but this is fine. It'd be good to see what our fuel is doing. We've used almost half our fuel. All right, we are going to cut the engine now. And what we want to do is now reorient the entire craft towards the horizon. Exactly on the horizon now, so that we get maximum thrust towards making our orbit bigger. Lock that in. All right, cool. So now when we get here, we'll be going exactly perpendicular to the, or parallel to the Earth. So hopefully, or Kerbal, I should say, hopefully we get more thrust. And now I'm going to thrust up all the way and watch our orbit grow. So close to getting this taken care of, but we're just not going to have quite enough fuel, I think, to get it taken care of. Yep, we're just outside. So it looks like we have a circular orbit, you guys, but this periapsis here is at 40,000 meters, which means that we will come back down to the planet. I did a really good job of flattening that orbit out. Pretty proud of that part. We just need a little more fuel. So what we're going to do is we're going to revert the flight. Can we revert to the vehicle assembly? We can, and that's real good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull off these engines. Pull off this engine. What we want is more fuel. Now remember, every pound of fuel you take up, you need far more pounds of, you need even more pounds of energy to bring it up there. So now we're going to try this. This is a ton of thrust. I don't like that was there. Do we have, okay, we do have that. Okay, good. So you guys are on the stacked decouplers. I don't know how well this is gonna go at all. So you. All right, well, we're gonna try it out, guys. I think this might just be a disaster. All right, why are we so far zoomed out? All right, so here we go. SAS on. 3, 2, 1, launch. So our thrust should be ridiculous. Our principal thrust should be ridiculous. On our last one, we made it up to about 12,000 meters on the first stage. I think it was 12,000 meters. It might have not been that high. Now, sometimes adding more rockets is not beneficial. So, it's possible this is going to be worse. What the hell happened there? This is a problem because our guys did not fall off. All right, so let's immediately revert to the vehicle assembly. I may not have actually put these guys on correctly, but we're gonna try something a little different then. If it didn't like that, we're gonna try something a little different. Here. Where are my stacked decouplers, or my radial decouplers? We're gonna go with a tri-radial decoupler setup. Get you there, and then we're gonna put a secondary tri-radial decoupler setup, and we're gonna put a second set of rockets on that setup. Okay, cool. And then we're gonna have all of you join down here. All of you join up here. Come on. Okay, cool. So what I've done is I've made this weird setup. This is probably not gonna work, but let's find out. we need to immediately launch as soon as the opportunity arises. The reason I launch so quickly is that because this craft is probably not stable relative to the ground, it was probably going to want to list and do all sorts of crazy stuff right as it was on the launch pad. We're doing okay, it looks like. Got a lot of speed going, which is real good. Now we're gonna, this is the test here. Beautiful. 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 This is fine. Alright, so we've made it in, we're doing real good, velocity-wise, speed-wise. Now, can we possibly get this guy to turn at all? No, okay. Just lock back in on SAS here. That's fine. We'll detach him. We will launch our engine for a second and then cut it immediately. And then what we want to do here is do what we did last time, which is point a little bit along the horizon. I'm using the ball down here to track, basically. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I went too far. Just a little bit above the horizon is what we want to do, like right there. All right, beautiful. Now, what's our apoapsis at? It's currently at 74,000. That's a little low, but our burn here should do pretty good at getting it higher. All right. So we're hoping this is the time. This is the final one. Our apoapsis was at, what was it? 74,625. It's going down just a little bit. We'll burn at 68,000. Okay. Don't ask how I calculated that. That's just a basic calc. Here, crew report. Can we get anything? No. Let's keep the data, though. There's nothing to... No reason not to. Okay, here we go. Full throttle. Beautiful. You can see our prograde, which is the direction of our center of our direction of momentum, is coming towards us, which means we're adjusting our center of momentum, which is real good. Now what we need to do is get our perihelion to be up to about 80,000, which will then become our parahapsis will then become our apsoapsis. We've already used about half our fuel. We've used more than half our fuel. Come on, we can do it this time. Let's get into orbit. 78,000. 80,000. I'm gonna cut the engines here for a second just to see what we're at. Almost there. Alright. So now when we get closer to our apoapsis, I'm going to go straight horizontal. This is good. And so when we get to, what's our apoapsis at? 84,000. We get to about 82, 83,000. We're going to go full throttle again. Hope to circularize this orbit with our remaining fuel. I don't know if we have enough fuel to realistically do this, but... Okay, here we go. Full throttle. 3, 2, 1. Kill the engines. Alright. Alright, where's our apoapsis? 195,000. Oh, we did it, guys. We did it, I think. What we're going to need to do is when we get over here, we're going to have to run our engine just enough to pull this up a little bit. But I don't even know if we need to do that. Now what I'm going to do is go back to mission control. We're going to go back to mission control here. We are going to go to our contract center. Do we still have the orbit the planet one? It looks like the orbit the planet one has died off. We can't get it. That's fine. We're doing fine though. This is for our own personal glory. This is doing real good. Let's go back to our tracking center here, so we can see our first dude here. And we have enough fuel that we can probably bring this guy home. So can we get a new report Crew report. Crew report. No, we can't do that yet. That's fine. Let's keep the data for now. Alright, so let's just orbit the planet, guys. So you see, there's the sun. And we're gonna go around the planet. Here we go. Going around the planet. We have enough fuel to probably bring this guy home. That's cool. How close are we to our perihelion? Sorry, I should not say perihelion. It's our para-apsis. Perihelion is the close approach to the sun. Let's just go around again. Are we losing fuel? Okay, no, we are fully throttled down. So have we made a full orbit yet? Not quite yet, because this is our perihelion. So this is the moment of truth here. I am going to go back to 0 time warp real quick and observe mystery goo. Let's keep the data. I think we'll get most of our value back once we go down to the Earth, I think. I might be wrong. That's so cool. Retract, though. Alright, so we're getting very close to our perihelion, or para-apsis, which is 74,376. Now, is it going to go down at all? No, so we do have a stable orbit. That's good. Really cool here that we got a stable orbit. Now I want to go back and view you again and see, can I get a crew report now that you have fully confirmed this? Okay, we'll just keep that data. Now if I reset you, that just close you, but so let's just keep the data. I guess we just leave this open. Alright, let's orbit one more time and then... So we're going to orbit one more full time. The maneuver we're going to make next is at our apoapsis. So this is our highest point. And what we're going to want to do at our highest point is pull our lowest point back in towards the planet. And this should be doable. And what we do is we do it in the opposite direction of our motion. So in the complete opposite direction that we were going before, we should have no trouble doing this. So we've definitely established a complete orbit. Yep, we got all these things done. Okay, can I just clear them? Yeah, there we go. We have enough fuel that we should be able to get to lower this orbit. So let's get into the correct direction, which is the opposite direction we're currently facing. It's the direction of our counter momentum, which is what we want. You see that marker that just came on the screen? That's the direction of our counter momentum. We're gonna lock in right on it for now. And then we want to add our apoapsis, which is at 195, and we're at 116. Just gonna get closer to it. 195, 116. Okay, this is a good distance because we're gonna have to probably reorient. That's why I did that, because our orientation is relative to the sphere and the sphere is relative to the planet. So okay, lock in right there. Lock in by turning on stability control, which helps reduce the maneuvering that we're doing. We're going to speed up just a little bit, then we're going to get a little closer. Alright, now we'll slow down all the way. We're going to have to adjust our position ever so slightly again. Okay, come on. Just lock in. Beautiful. And now we're ready. So, if we zoom out and go full throttle, we should watch this come on back into the planet. It's exactly what we want. We don't need to go any more. But I guess I will. Yeah. I'm gonna use all our fuel. That's good. That will just, it should slow our approach a little bit. I honestly have no idea, but then we're going to detach this part. You're just going to stay up there as space debris, never to be seen again. And now our orbit should take us back into the planet. Unfortunately, we're going to be landing on the ground, and the ground is worse than the ocean, in case you were wondering, but we have no choice, so here we go. Here we go. We're gonna want to try to reorient it. Oh, holy shit. No, 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 come on. Luck. What we really want to do is get it going like that. Okay, good. Now we're gonna go into the atmosphere, guys. This is gonna turn on its own. I don't have a ton of control over that. But yeah, here we go. This color tells me how well the simulation's going, I think. But we're entering the atmosphere. We're going real fast, but that's okay. We're gonna be through the worst part of it here in a minute. Come on. Oh, something here is taking heat damage, I think, is what this little line is. But we should be past the heat damage threshold. Both these guys took a little bit of heat damage. But we're past the heat damage part now. That's fine. Now, let's see if we can... That's good. It's good enough. Alright, cool. So we're coming back in. We're not going too fast. I think our pilot is going to make it. He orbited the planet at least once, if not twice. There goes our chute. Come on. Come on. Open. The chute deployed. We're going to slow it down to just make sure that we don't get screwed. Now we can go full time warp. We're not going very fast. This is the height above sea level, by the way, I believe it is. Cool. All right. So then if we go to the Space Center, this should be it. That was good. That was a good orbit of Kerbal. It's nighttime here. Now, where is our thing? I can't see it, which is too bad, but that's fine. We can recover it this way. Should be able to recover it from here. Recover that vessel. We got some science here and some science here. So that's good. That's good. 20 science right there. We got a bunch of stuff back. He gained a little bit of experience and he advanced to level 1. So let's look at him real quick before I end the episode. So if I come here, so here he is. He's got to level 1. Orbit around Kerbal equals 2. So now he has stability assist and prograde retrograde hold. That's good, actually. So yeah, we're going to probably use this guy next, or this girl, Valentina Kerbal. But Jebediah did a real good job. Alright, cool. So I thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. On the next episode, we're probably going to send somebody else back up into orbit for a bit, and then we'll figure it out from there. But until then, I will see you all next time.